Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. This video is about bands that I feel that are underrated in some way. Now obviously this is not a definitive list of all the bands in history that have been underrated. These are just bands that I really like and I own at least one of their CDs. And as always, please leave your list in the comment section. So the first band here is Motley Crue. As you can see here, I have the Dr. Feelgood CD and their greatest hits, Decade of Decadence. Now Motley Crue was a very popular band in the 80s and they sold millions of records, but you're probably asking, well, how are they underrated? I think there are two ways in which they are underrated or not given enough credit. So first of all, I don't think they were ever given enough credit for being just a great rock band. And secondly, I don't believe that Mick Mars, their guitar player, was ever given enough credit for being extremely creative and coming up with some classic riffs. And I think part of the reason was that he was not as technical as some of the players at the time like Eddie Van Halen and the other shredders of the 80s. But again, a lot of creative riffs, a lot of really creative soloing, and great songwriting. Oh, and let me just add one more thing. I think Tommy Lee is a great drummer and maybe wasn't really given enough credit at the time. Okay, the second band here is Cinderella. I think early on, because of the way they were initially marketed, I think Cinderella got lumped into the same category as all of the other hair bands at the time. But I don't think they ever got enough credit for being just a great rock band with some great riffs and great songs. I find their music to be closer to Guns N' Roses or Tesla than Poison, for example. The next band here is Blue Murder with John Sykes, the guitar player for Whitesnake, coming off of the huge 1987 Whitesnake album. And I'll be honest, in this case, I think I'm saying that the band, but this particular album, is extremely underrated. I believe there are several reasons why this band never got huge, but I am including them in my underrated list. Next up on the list is the band Rat. Now they have sold millions of copies of their records, and they were a very popular glam band at the time. I think they're not given enough credit for being a really great glam rock band and coming up with classic riffs, some really classic songs, and I do believe they were underrated musicians. And the last band for today is Tesla, another great band that has sold many albums, but I'm not sure they were ever given enough credit for being great musicians and writing some great songs. And I'm not the only one to feel this way, but I think that Tesla should have been a much bigger band. They kind of started the unplugged craze in the early 90s with their album 5-Man Acoustical Jam. Okay, so that's my list of underrated bands. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you liked my channel, please subscribe. And again, please leave your list in the comment section. See you next time.